Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Jackson. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. It's brought in by Harris. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the pass.
Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Steps away. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
They're going to look to throw. That's caught. It's Austin left side. Touchdown! Calvin Austin from 13 yards out. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday is the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson forced out to his left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
They'll roll him out right. Complete to right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Calvin Austin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. First down, and they go back to Harris. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson dancing to his left. Olave over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devontae Wyatt, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. And the catch made by Johnson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Johnson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 30. 4 seconds to go before halftime. Straight ahead is Hall. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Completes it to Austin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw. Austin is there and brings in another one. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 2nd and 4. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On second down, Cook. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Again, it's Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped.
That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. They go play action here on 1st down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Now Jackson. This one left side caught by Collins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They go play action now. Jackson out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. His 1st catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They go play action with Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got him the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Harris will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
And he stopped immediately there. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. This one finds Austin out right. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. A gain of 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the ground with Hall. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Back to throw here. And a completion to Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Calvin Austin saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it. He did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there. Someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Calvin Austin from 17 yards out. And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Devontae Wyatt there for the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't fourth and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play, and even better execution.
18 yards the gain for number 18. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left up.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball positioned?
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he finds Austin complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Austin. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give to Hall running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll drop to throw. Austin brings in the quick throw. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a dump off here complete, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Getting into the playoffs is one thing now.